All right. Oh man, this is not fun metal things. I mean, to start it off, let's be real here. One of the biggest metal, specifically metalcore bands in the world, As I Lay Dying, is having problems. Very, very intense, serious problems. It's wild because, again, if people don't know the history of the band, they've been a band for a long time. And then I forgot it was 2012, 2013. The thing happened. Oopsies. My wife wasn't a vibe. Yikes. Sorry. I guys, I'm trying to make this PG friendly, okay? I don't know how else to say it. And the band broke up. They actually formed Woven War, which was cool. I liked Woven War, but it just didn't have, I guess, that As I Lay Dying touch. But then they made a big comeback with this whole kind of redemption arc, specifically revolved around the vocalist Tim Lambesis, where Tim, is like, look, I did this. I'm paying for my sins. I'm sorry, and et cetera, et cetera. And they even did, dude, I remember watching when As I Lay Dying came back. First of all, My Own Grave, sick song when they came back. But when they did the discussion thing, that was like uncomfortable to watch, I think, for basically everybody. Because all it was a bunch of dudes at a table really mad at Tim Lambesis, which, I mean, I guess rightfully so, but it was a lot of just grown men really, really angry and just sitting there listening to talking at each other. So that was kind of weird, but they ended up releasing a whole album when As I Lay Dying came back. And again, some people were along for the ride, some people obviously weren't. You do you, boo. But they released the album, and then after they released that album, which was actually a really good album, multiple band members left. Nick Hippa, of course, Jordan, the drummer, and of course Josh Gilbert, who is now in Spirit Box doing very well. And with that, the band got a bunch of new members. They basically absorbed, I think it was 2 members from Unearth, right? Which makes sense. I mean, Unearth is a legendary OG metalcore band, right? I think they was Ken and Nick Pierce, if I'm not mistaken, the drummer. And then they also got Ryan Neff from Miss May I, which is wild. Phil never left the band, who was, again, there with Tim through a lot of this shit when they came back. He was the only member that didn't leave from kind of the returning lineup the first time. They're on their album release cycle. They released a few tracks, and out of nowhere, again, they have the album planned to come out. They make this announcement. Update. As I Lay Dying tour manager, I no longer work for As I Lay Dying, according to Lamb Goats. I think they took the guy's tweet. That's apparently what he said. European tour is also canceled. Now, this is kind of insane. It's kind of insane when your tour manager quits, when you have a huge tour coming and an album release, and you're like, bit of a red flag, not a vibe. To compile with that, which actually, this happened first, sorry. Ryan Neff, who again was in Miss May I and was taking the duties over of Josh Gilbert, he made a statement, 5 days ago? As of today, I made the decision to leave As I Lay Dying. The choice comes after much reflection, and I believe it's the right step for my personal and professional journey. I'm grateful for the experiences, connections I've made during the time with the band. Thank you all the fans for your support. Which is insane, because his voice, like Ryan's voice, I'm assuming, is literally all over the album. If I was to guess the usual As I Lay Dying, blend of rawr, 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 and hey, it's usually kind of 50-50. So Ryan's leaving the clean singer is kind of a big deal. And then again, the TM tour manager being like, yeah, this isn't happening. We're canceling this tour. But what really just made it absolutely what the is when the guitarist Ken, again, I keep Susi, also made a statement, but his statement's a little different. As I Lay Dying has come to an end today. I leave with so much gratitude for everyone who's followed and supported me over the days and unearthed to this era of my career. Great, right? I jumped into the As I Lay Dying camp with full knowledge of the height and dramatic history, but had a drive to just play great music with friends. All right, now this is the insane part. Unfortunately, my morals have recently been tested to a breaking point, and now the saddest ending to what could have been the greatest second chance for this band. Again, Ryan did not, he obviously didn't mention that. His was very passive, standard. I am not here, thanks. I'm out, bye, thank you. Thank you for opportunity, right? Having someone make a statement, my personal morals have been tested? Bro, what the is happening? That's an insane statement, considering he was aware he joined the band that is obviously a little controversial due to their past. If whatever happens is so bad that it makes him even be like, yeah, that was immoral, but this is way more immoral, This is a level of immoral that I didn't even expect. Ryan, and he says, Ryan Neff is receiving a lot of the backlash from stepping down first, and I regret not sharing this decision sooner and standing confidently with my friend. He's a flawless musician, an even better person. I'll miss you on this stage, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. There you go. Now, it's not done. So, vocalist bassist is out. Sorry, clean vocalist bassist is out. Tour manager is pieced out. The guitarist, one of them, there's also Phil, pieced out. And we got round 4 here. Nick Pierce, the drummer, as of 7 hours ago. As of now, I'm no longer playing drums for As I Lay Dying. This is far from the ending I anticipated, and now I feel I need to distance myself from the band in an effort to retain my personal health and integrity. What the happened, dude? I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who followed me and supported me through this journey. My goal has always been and will always be to create unforgettable memories with my friends and write music that will resonate with our fans. I'm proud of what I've accomplished on the road touring, as well as writing and recording drums for the new album. Looking forward ahead, looking for opportunities, etc., etc. We're not done. I don't know how there's more at this point, but there is one more member besides Tim, because people what's going on. I mean, there is, I guess, a pretty obviously singled out problematic person. A process of elimination, you could say. Simple process of elimination doesn't make it too hard to maybe understand where the problem is coming from. And then we have the actual remaining guitarist who stayed in the band after everyone left the second time, Phil, making another statement about how he will be making a statement. I will be making a personal statement shortly on where I stand in the current As I Lay Dying situation. There's a lot more bureaucracy and /business that I'm navigating at the moment, but I will share more with you once a clear path of moving forward presents itself. One of the biggest reasons I became a core kid, which is why I'm also actually discussing this and talking about it, is literally because of As I Lay Dying's album, Shadows Are Security. I listened to that shit when I was 9, brother. I was 9 years old listening to like that shit. Changed my whole life. After listening to that and listening to metalcore, never went back, ruined my whole life. Thank you, and you at the same time. But also, even actually, I have a few days ago, I was offered, before all this happened, I think it was a week ago, to have Tim on my show. And Ken. And the thing is, I felt uncomfortable at that moment, which is why I actually sent a message saying, I was just very honest, thanks for hitting me up or whatever. It wasn't him who hit me up. It was a third party, right? I'm going to be real. This is just an uncomfortable situation, and I don't think any conversation would be productive. Because I would just ask, basically, why is everyone leaving your band? Which is kind of up, because the only person that left the band at that time that I knew about was Ryan. I didn't actually know everyone was literally leaving the band. It's when I sent that message. Yeah, I think I made the right decision apparently with that, because yeah. Now, this is a wild thing where their album is coming out. They have tours. What did you do? When people are saying I had to question my morality, if it, you know what I mean? That was in question, and I was not comfortable morally after joining the band and knowing that the band has had, let's say, an immoral past. Yeah, and then say, and protect my health, protect my morals. What the happened, bro?